Hey everyone, I'm not sure exactly what happened. It's like OBS disconnected from YouTube, and so I don't know. Hopefully, people come back. So really weird, really weird. Let me update the YouTube chat real quick. Okay. So let's see here. Hopefully the people come back. I don't know what happened. I'm not sure. Let me see if I can get this to work. So yeah. So we'll see. See what happens. Yeah, so if you're here, just let me know. Yeah, it's sorry sorry that happened. Just technical difficulties, I guess. So hey, thanks, James. I'm sorry that happened. It just cut out. Like YouTube said, hey, OBS isn't sending us any data, and I don't know what happened. So okay, let's see if we can get some more imaging in real quick. Hey, Paul. I thought it was my side. Nope, not your side. It was my side. I was trying to tell you, but I think it had already cut out by the time I had recognized it. So, yeah. So let's see. Let's see if I can put it into the comments of the previous one. The new link. So I was sorry that everybody that it like just left. Let's see. Hello from Australia. I think your content is amazing. So I wanted to catch you live stream to see how you're approaching each. Oh yeah, thanks. Yeah, I do different things depending on what I'm trying to do. But like right now, I've got a C8 with on my HEQ5 mount, just doing 30-second images, trying to get some data on these smaller galaxies here. We've got a couple of satellite trails, but yeah. What software to use to stream to YouTube? OBS. So I open OBS, and it's OBS is free. I think it's what everybody mostly uses. And I don't know what happened. Like something just disconnected or whatever. So I don't know. Let me put in the other link here. So if I use it too on the odd time I go live. Cool. Looks like you're getting good data. The Christmas of the small galaxies looks good. Yeah, I'm impressed. I think the resolution of the C8 is what's helping too. I used to stream for our astronomy club meetings during COVID lockdown. Oh, cool. Check those out. Yeah, it's fun. It's fun to do streaming, meet people from all over the world, and see how they're doing things. So it's cool. Yeah, if you're just joining and this is like your first time, I've got my setup is I've got 3 scopes. I only started using my C8 for deep space just a few months ago when I started doing N51. But I have a 6-inch RC, just a GSO RC, and a 80 millimeter Orion, like it's just a doublet. And I use on what my targets are. I used to use the RC a lot for, like, things like this, like smaller galaxies and stuff. And I think it works well. It's just it's harder to collimate. And I mean, I like it. I can't say there's anything wrong with it. But I'm just not very good at collimating it. I built a fully autonomous roll-off roof observatory 5 hours away in Brawl 2 Skies a few months ago. It's amazing. Yeah. GSO 8-inch RC on my Optron CM70. Cool. Yeah, it's gonna keep, it keeps cutting out. Yeah, I'm not sure exactly what's happening. I don't know. Is it because I'm? Yeah, it's weird. Maybe I need to reset my router or something. I don't know. Whew. Yeah, sorry about the stream. I guess it's not liking the Wi-Fi or something. Let's see if I can open. Maybe it's something with my settings. Let's see here. I don't know. Can you guys still hear me? Working okay now again. Yeah, it's really weird. It must be... It might be something to do with the Wi-Fi. I don't know. I'm going to try downloading smaller batches of files. Maybe that'll help. I mean, now it says it's fine. I don't know. My next scope will probably be an Edge HD 11. Really push that focal length. How did you find the C11? Oh, I only have a C8. So the C8 I purchased used from a guy who was also going towards an 11-inch scope. I think he was more a planetary imager. And so he was looking to sell it. And I wanted something. I originally got the C8 for planetary. Yeah. Oh, thanks. I'm glad you're enjoying the process. Hopefully it keeps working. I don't know. It's like fourth stream or something. I don't know, 5th stream, something like that. And I didn't have as many problems that I did now. So C11, love it. Yeah. They're good scopes. Yeah, it looks like it's cutting out a lot. Maybe check my network connection task manager. Those guys are starting to pop down. Yeah, they are. It's really cool. And I've been distracted, and there's still more data on the Pi that I haven't got. So maybe my internet provider is limiting my bandwidth or something. I don't know. Let's look at my network. Seems okay. See, how much data do we have? What's it say? 43 minutes. So I have it. Let me check the Raspberry Pi, see where we're at in terms of, you're about halfway through. So I put it for like 200 exposures. We'll see how much we get. The guiding looks like we had a little bit of something happen with the guiding. I don't know. Maybe it was refocus. Yeah, we got a bad image. Something weird. It's cable snag or something. By running all of this through just one PC, if so, downloading images will chew your local bandwidth, which might slow your ability to send data over the internet. Yeah, yep, pretty much. I mean, it's downloading to the, I mean, it's going to the Pi, and then through a Samba server, I'm taking it from there to my PC. So, yeah. Yeah, so I that's probably what it is. This is what I did like the past few streams, and it seemed to work okay. Like, not that like it was, but it seemed like it was doing okay. Like it wasn't disconnecting or anything. So I'm not sure why this time it's different. Another nice group of galaxies is around NGC 4874 and 4889, and that Nicoma Berenices. Is that how you say that? Let's see. Let me look that up real quick. So in NGC 4874. Let's see here. Yeah. Yep. I think I've got images of those, like the coma cluster. Is that what they, I think that's like, if I'm looking at this right, let's see. Yeah, that looks like the coma cluster to me. I've got an image of that on Astrobin. It's not a particularly good image. It's very sort of like when I first got my RC telescope, I didn't know how to collimate it at all. Plus there's like light pollution and gradients and stuff like that. Here, I'll put it in a chat. There it is. So it's not the best image, but I like it. I like it too. I like finding these little clusters of galaxies and just shooting it. So. See, like right now, there's nothing downloading or anything, but like it's still saying that it's not receiving enough data. So I'm not sure exactly what's going on. So who knows? And now I'm downloading, and it says there's an excellent connection. So it must be maybe I need to restart my router or something. My router is just being weird. Let's see, getting a few more, about a minute and a half more of imaging. Yeah, those galaxies they're coming out. A lot of light pollution though. Live in a very light polluted area, but I think being zoomed in quite a bit helps. So not as much, not a lot of problems with gradients. So close a whole bunch of windows I've got open. Yeah, those galaxies are real cool. Like this one and NGC 4874. They're just like, it's kind of mind blowing. Nope. No data again. Now it says excellent connection. Don't know. Okay, I got another minute and a half here. Maybe I need to restart my computer. I don't know. Can you at least hear me okay? Or is the audio even cutting out? My setup is primitive to what you are doing. No Wi-Fi, no network, just a laptop and PH2. That's what I did forever. Did that a lot. So I did laptop, PH2, APT. It was good. Oh, sound is good. That's good. Yeah, I did that a lot too. And after a while, like I just didn't like having my laptop out all the time, so I'd have to like leave it out there and cover it up or whatever. And I was using probably my different, like I had an old laptop. I just didn't like having it out there, so I got a Raspberry Pi, put K-stars on it, and it took me like 2 weeks to figure out K-stars to make it good. Because at first it would crash on me all the time. And I think it's just because I need to like do sudo upgrade and all this other stuff with it, like Linux, all those commands in the terminal. And it worked okay. It was just a little bit slow because it was a Pi 3, and I upgraded to Pi 4. And this, of course, was before Raspberry Pis became as expensive as like mini PCs. This is like before the pandemic. So I was able to get the Pi for like $40. So, yeah. But I mean, I don't know. Like if I were like thinking about not using my laptop anymore, I would think about like using a mini PC now. Because the Pis are just so expensive. But I think they're coming down in price. Hopefully they'll come down in price. and be like $40 again. Then it won't be worth it to like put, K stars on it, ecos. Yeah, it just keeps cutting out for whatever reason. Maybe if I like, I don't know what it is. But yeah. So what targets are you all looking forward to shooting in the summer as the Milky Way starts to come back? Laptop result, just throw a rag over it. It doesn't get soaked. One day, get one of those ZW Wi-Fi units plus autofocuser. Yeah. Yeah, I got an autofocuser too, and it's nice. Can't say that I miss like the old days of manually doing things. So, yeah, it's really weird. I'm looking at OBS and like the kilobytes or the kilobits per second or whatever, and it's like 5,000, then it's like 0, then it's like 15,000. So I don't know. Sorry about the stream tonight, everyone. I'm sorry it's like all weird. But I mean, I think the galaxies are coming in nicely. So yeah, it might have something to do with downloading from the Pi. It doesn't like it when I do that for whatever reason. I'm gonna let it settle down a little bit. Maybe it'll work. Yeah, I think if you do if the pies do get cheaper, like I mean, K stars is a very good alternative to ZWOs. Whatever they have, their controllers. What are those things called? Like I think the original ones were just a Raspberry Pi to begin with, where they just put their version of. I feel like they put their version of K stars on it, but made it friendlier. So, but yeah, like K stars is a great. It's just a great program that's free. But I think ZWO is a lot more user friendly, like out of the box ready. Whereas K stars you have to set up a little bit. But if you don't mind, learning a little bit of Linux or a Raspberry Pi OS, then then it should be good. Let's see. Yeah, so what I'm doing is I'm just downloading them one at a time. And that seems to like keep things a little bit more steady. It's a little bit more work, but it's fine. So yeah, it seems like it's doing better if I just download it one at a time and not like 2 or 3 at a time. Like it cuts out for just a second and it comes back up. So hopefully it's better on your end. You can hear me better and see things better. Let's see here. I'm just going to check my guiding and everything. No, guiding is okay. Like it's a little bit humid out today, it feels like. So a couple months ago when it was a little bit cooler here, a little bit drier, I felt like I was getting a lot better guiding. But it is what it is. Let's see, Winter in Oz. Imaged M104 and some galaxies in Virgo, but seeing was horrible, but air is crisp and clear. Soft images, but my shots of Trifid came out pretty good. Oh, that's cool. Yeah, I think that's one of the targets I really want to image. I mean, this year is the Trifid. Like I did it a couple years ago and kind of same thing. It was like a little bit soft because I don't think my focus was good enough. And yeah, but I think the Trifid is one of the coolest objects. It's got everything in it. You know, it's got like reflection nebula a little bit in it. It's got like emission nebula. It's got a little bit of dark nebula running through it. It's just a really cool object. So yeah, but I like M104 too. It's a really, you know, it's a good one. So those of you in Southern Hemisphere, what's the target in the Northern Hemisphere that you wish you could image but can't? If that makes sense. Then I'll say like what I would like to image in the Southern Hemisphere that I can't in the Northern Hemisphere. Okay. Just checking the stream health again. And like last time I had an error was 5 minutes ago. So I think the doing things one at a time is a little bit better. A little bit more clicky, I think. You probably hear my keyboard clicking a little bit more than if I was downloading like 5 at a time. see, we are at 53 minutes. Soon to be 54 minutes. I think it's turned out pretty good. Probably need to get some RGB data and maybe I'll do that tomorrow too and see what happens. But it would be nice if I could get like some of the outer spiral arms of the interacting galaxies. So many galaxies in this image. Ooh. One thing is I wonder is how is serial life stacking figuring out the noise? Like what is it using as the noise estimate? Is it like standard deviation, like sigma? So I think when we first started the stream, the noise was at like over 50 at least. I remember that. Now noise is at 16. I'm just wondering what the calculation for that is. Guess I need to go look at the documentation for serial a little bit and see. But yeah. Okay, so maybe that question was a little bit loaded. The one about like the northern hemisphere, southern hemisphere. So I guess for those in the southern hemisphere, what's your favorite target? What is your favorite target if you're in the southern hemisphere to image that you can't image in the northern hemisphere? Maybe that's a better question. So I get to not ask you about what you can't image, but what you can image. Maybe that's a better thing. Okay. Yeah, I feel bad that the stream cut out midway through. It's no fun when that happens. Looks like though that the satellite trails that we had earlier are starting to average out, so don't have to deal with those as much. I know the last time, or a couple of streams ago, I think it was, I can't remember what I was imaging, but like it was like the second image just had a huge satellite trail going right through it. I had to like start the stack all over because like it was just made everything. Let's see. So Gary says Northern Pinwheel M101, M51, M81. Andromeda would be awesome. Internet is crappy here. Yeah. Yeah, I think like um, like the southern pinwheel, like is something I really would like to image as well as the large and small Magellanic clouds. That would be really cool for me. Like the whole things, like I mean, like I just feel like they're like two galaxies that are like, I mean, they're satellite galaxies, some like way, right? They're small dwarf galaxies, but like it's just so cool. Like, and all the nebulae that you can see in them, like that's what I would image if I were in the southern hemisphere, like all the time. I would just like pick something in one of those. Yeah, sir. Hey, James, welcome back. What's the setup? So it's a Celestron C8, an older telescope, on an HEQ5 mount. I have ZWO 294mm camera, so we're just doing monochrome. I mean, we're just doing luminance filter right now. And I have an off-axis guider, so I've got two off-axis guiders. This one is the Celestron one, which is the nicer one, because I feel like I need it with the long focal length. I've also got a thin off-axis guider that has a smaller prism in it. That one I use with my refractor because the Celestron is just too big for the refractor. You got to see the supernova. We can't see that down south. Yeah. But I'm sure there will be like a supernova somewhere in another galaxy in the southern hemisphere sometime, right? Like it seems like every few years there's something like a supernova they'd find in a galaxy. What is it? The fireworks galaxy? Can you see the fireworks galaxy in the southern hemisphere? I think that one has like every few years at like NGC 6946. Is that one visible, or is that only where you're at, or not? Maybe not. That one seems like it has supernovae like exploding in it like quite a bit. Yeah, law of averages. Yep. Yep. Yeah. Let's see. I'm going to download a couple more. So I'm downloading very slowly now because my internet is being not cooperative. But yeah, I'm sure there will be something soon somewhere. I'm really looking forward to the eclipse that's going to happen, next year in North America. The last time, I think it was it 2018 or 2019 in North America, that the full solar eclipse. I only got to see a partial of it. I didn't have time to go to travel, but hopefully I will be able to make time to go somewhere where the full eclipse happens in North America next. Let's see. It's full of stars. Yeah, full of stars. Fireworks is a northern one. Yeah, that one has supernovae and it happens every few years, I feel like. Or at least every 20 years. I don't know. Yeah, it's full of stars, that naturalist sky, and it's full of galaxies too. So like all these little smudges are galaxies. So there's at least a couple dozen galaxies in this image. We can zoom in on the center one right here, and then like this is a galaxy, another galaxy here. Just all little. I mean, they're huge galaxies, right? They're huge, but like for us, they're just so far away that they're small. We have some Cook galaxies, Southern Pinwheel, and GC 6744. Yeah. Too low for me. Plus 40 is my limit with good northern horizon. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. I'm so jealous of the Southern Hemisphere people, though. Like, I mean, like, yeah, we have like M51 and like maybe a better view of Andromeda or whatever, but like, you guys have the freaking like core of the Milky Way, like right there, you know? Um, so, which is nice. There's tons of stuff there. And you've got the large and small Magellanic Clouds, which I don't know. I would like to image those. Yeah, SMC, LMC, yep. Yeah, they're great. I want to. I mean, I've been to like Southern Hemisphere once, but I didn't have time there to really do any imaging. So down in South America one time. Maybe one day I'll be able to go back, get some good images. Yeah, the tarantula. Yeah, yep, yep. Is that one in the Large Magellanic Cloud? Is that like part of it, like in the center of it or something? It's like a JWST photo every time it is a galaxy. Yeah, yep. From New Zealand, but I'm always envious of what I can't see down here. Yeah. Yeah, I'm envious too of the Southern Hemisphere targets. Yeah, every little dot is a little galaxy. Yeah, I feel like. I mean, the bigger dots are obviously stars, but um, New Plymouth. Yeah, it is. Yeah. So, I mean, like, what is it like? The Tarantula Nebula is just as big in the sky, if not bigger than the Orion Nebula, but it's like orders of magnitude farther away or something like that. Like, I don't know, maybe not orders of magnitude, but like quite a big distance away. So like, it's a huge nebula. But I've got to like, I've got to get up on my processing. Like um, yeah, I've got like a lot of data from NGC 54535 that I just need to process. And so maybe I'll do a live stream on that later or something, just so I can get it done. My favorite is Corona Australis, which popular reflection in dark dust against the Milky Way. Yeah, yeah. Yeah, I have to look that one up. I'm not familiar with that one. Let's see. Yeah. So many targets in the Southern Hemisphere they just don't have. One day you should come down for that. Yeah, I should. I should. That'd be fun. Tarantula is like 300 light years across. I photographed it the other night. First light for my 6-inch. Oh, cool. Yeah, it's huge nebula. I mean, I guess like it's getting ripped apart by the Milky Way, right? Like so there's a lot of star formation. It's so cool though. Let's see. What am I doing? Okay, more images. Gotta put more images in. Then I gotta check to make sure might have to reset. See if I need to like refocus or whatever. Let's see here. Okay. Let's see, the last time it focused was 4 minutes ago. Good. And it did refocus. The guiding's okay. I mean, it's been okay. It's not like the best, not like the worst. It's okay. Yeah, I think we're good. Let's see how many images I got left. So we're on 156 out of 200. So we've got about 40 more to go before I either reset or end the stream. I don't know. Might keep going for a little bit longer. So, all right. So I have about 19 minutes on the Pi that I haven't transferred over to my PC yet. So that just kind of like, so I think we're keeping okay pace. I guess it's downloading quite quickly. So let's see. Lots of fainter, fuzzier showing now. Yeah, there is. Should I recenter this a little bit? Is that better? Yeah, there's a lot of faint stuff there. A lot of interacting galaxies here. I think it's really cool. And we are at, how much data do we got? Yeah, we're at 1 hour. 1 hour of data. It's stacked, so. And we're doing good. If I get a couple more nights on this target, get some nice RGB data, might have a good image. Again, the processing the stars is going to be hard. It just is with StarNet. So maybe it's where the generalized hyperbolic transform stretching will make things better. I can count 19 galaxies. That's a goal. Yeah. Yep. Yeah. Yeah. I was going through Stellarium recently, and I was like, what should I image next? What should I image next? And I was like, well, there's a lot of globular clusters out there that are good image. Or I could just, and then I was just looking around for any galaxies that might be interesting. And I did find a few, but then I found like this little cluster that would fit kind of nicely in the C8's field of view. And I was like, okay, this is it. This is the way. So I went ahead and decided to do that. And hopefully I can get a couple more nights of imaging on it and have a, but I mean, we'll see. Again. I mean, like, let's see. There's one here, small one here. One here, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23. I'm not sure if that's one or not. 24, 25, 26. There's a lot of faint stuff in there. I don't think it's I don't think that's what it's called. Let me check in Stellarium and see if there's any name to it. Let's see. It might be. I'm not sure. Let's see here. NGC 6045. That's the middle galaxy right here is NG 6045. So let me just look it up on Google, see if it's part of. I mean, it's in Hercules, discovered by Lewis Swift. I'm just looking at Wikipedia right now. I don't see anything. It says Hercules cluster, so that's what it says on Wikipedia. So I don't know. Yeah. Hercules cluster. All right, let's see if I can add some more images here. Yeah, one at a time is the way. The way it keeps the stream from crashing. So yep. I don't know. Can everybody? I mean, probably on YouTube, it's hard to tell like what is a star and what is a galaxy. See if we can zoom in a little bit here. Like, here's two galaxies that are interacting. I'm pretty sure. So I feel like those are two. And then here's two more that are interacting. Small one here, small one here. Here, 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 here. It's sort of amazing what you can actually like image with just amateur equipment. Like, obviously this isn't going to be as cool as JWST or Hubble, but at the same time, like I'm on Earth with a telescope that you can just buy, you know. Back to work. Hope your night stays clear and runs smooth. Thanks, Gary. Yep. I hope so too. We'll see. We'll see. I mean, it looks clear. I don't think we've had very many clouds, so hope work is not too hard. So yeah, lots of little faint stuff popping out. It's so cool. It blows my mind, you know. And like, I don't know, just thinking about it today, like, I don't know, how far away is this galaxy? It says 447 million light years is what it's saying on Wikipedia. And like, that's just mind boggling. Of course, down south, we also have the Parvo Galaxy Cluster. Yeah. Is that kind of like this, like a lot of galaxies all together? Let me look that up real quick. Parvo Galaxy Cluster. Let's see. Yeah, is that the one that James Webb? Did James Webb take part of that, like an image of that, part of that cluster? Oh, cool. Yeah, supercluster, yeah. Let's see. Okay, going to download some more images. I imaged the NGC 6769, 67, or 6770 area recently. Oh, cool. Do you have any images to share? Do you have that on your Instagram? Or maybe you don't have that up yet. I always take forever to process the images after I take them. Like, I feel like taking the image is really cool. Let me look and see. NGC 6769. Looking straight at the ground in Stellarium. Yeah, they're in the... Okay, cool. We can turn off the ground real quick. Oh, wow. That's really cool. Let me check out your Instagram real quick. Let's see here. Directly below the pillars of creation. Okay. Let's see. Give me 1 second. Okay, here we go. Nope, that's not it. Sorry, let's see. Trying to find. Could you link that? I can't for some. Oh, okay, there we go. Yep, got it. Awesome. Let's see. Right below the. Oh, yeah. Yep. That's great. I like it. Pillars of creation, and then right below it, those galaxies. And that was taken with your C11, James? Oh, yeah, it says it right in the post. It's taken the C11. Yeah, that's really cool. I like it. And there looks like in the bottom right corner, it seems like there, maybe I'm wrong, but there's like some fuzzies in there too, some fuzzy little galaxies. Yeah, C11. Okay, let's add some more data in. Okay, nope. Yeah, there are, seems like quite a few. It's really cool. Like, I just love all the galaxies like that, like going real, you know, zoomed in deep into these galaxies. That's just really cool. Something about it. Just checking everything to make sure we're all good with the streaming. Yeah. Let's see, quite a few minutes. Like, I prefer Telescopius to Astrobin after the data loss debacle. Yeah. So, yeah, fun fact, like I had some photos on Astrobin before the data loss, and then there was the data loss. I just had a free account, and so I got like whoever the owner of Astrobin was just like, okay, I realize, you know, it's my fault or whatever that there's all this data loss. He gave everybody a free account for a year, like not a free account, but like one of the paid accounts for the year. That was really nice of him to try and make up for what had happened. But yeah. One Telescopius under my observatory name. Is that Lanotium Observatory? Hopefully I'm pronouncing that right. Lanotium. A very long way to go with the processing. Very much a beginner. Well, I mean, like, you're doing a good job. Like, I mean, with a C11, like, oh my gosh, like the images are, you know, they're good. I mean, like you just need, I think you need to like, have some more integration time. I think we've talked about this too, like when you first start out, you just want to do every target that you can. And like, it's hard to stick to one target, you know, and like get a lot of data on it. Um, and it's perfectly understandable that like your first images are going to be a little bit noisy. Like that's just the way it is, you know, like I want to image a galaxy tonight and then I want to image a nebula tonight, you know, like you want to do everything and it's fine. Like it's great. You know, so I think like the easiest thing though is like once once you get like a good, I don't know, 10 hours on a target, you realize that processing just becomes so much easier. I mean, like you don't have to stretch it as much. I mean, you can't stretch it more, and it just becomes a lot easier. And the stars don't get as bloated or whatever. So yeah. I'm the worst at that one night images all over the place. Yeah, like it's fun though. I mean, like it's just nice. It's I mean, like I can't argue with like if you enjoy like looking at different objects all the time. I mean it's kind of like visual, right? Like have you ever done visual observing? You don't usually stay on one target the whole night, but you will stay on one target for a while and look at it and like your eyes get adapted and like you start to see more detail in the eyepiece, and then you might move to another target. It's the same with like beginning with astrophotography. It's just like, hey, you know, you want to do a lot of targets, look at all these different things. It's really cool. Let's see. The thrill of seeing something new appear for the first time is very addictive. Yeah, it is. Let's see. The first image I processed using your tool is the Centaurus A photo on that page. Oh, cool. Let me check it out. Oh, cool. Yeah, that's great. I hope it worked okay. Like, for some people, I think it works really well, and others it doesn't. And it just depends on a lot of factors like the resolution of the telescope and stuff. So hopefully with a new iteration of the tool that's going to come out sometime, like I don't know how long it's going to take. It might take a month to get it like kind of worked out. Like, and it might not even be a very good iteration, but it would be like at least a possible like test. Yeah, hopefully like it'll work for more people. Let's see. I kind of like the result as it's pretty different from most others. Yeah. It all depends on when you use it. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah, that's true. So I've been using it. I feel like it works. And I got some feedback from a user too, that if they use StarNet++ with it, extract the stars, do the processing, and put the stars back in Serial, then like the stars are a little bit too soft when you do that. And in that case, like AstroSharp can really help improve the star shape and make them tighter and rounder. And I've found similar results. So like if you use StarNet++ with it, extract the stars, do all the stretching on the starless image, and then add the stars back in, it's a little bit weird. Like the stars are just too soft after that. And then the AstroSharp can really help. Other people have been just taking out the stars completely, processing the nebula with AstroSharp, and then they add the stars back in later because for whatever reason, AstroSharp is just messing up their stars no matter how they do it. So I don't know. It's just experimentation. Let's see. Even when I do multiple sessions, I find variance of equipment and seeing between sessions is often as much of a limit as the amount of time. Yep. Yeah, I find the same thing. Like sometimes, there's just more humidity in the air and it just messes up the seeing. So, yeah. Okay, let's see if I can put in some more data, get some more data, and then check to make sure that it hasn't stopped imaging. I think we're at 189 images out of 200. But let me double check. Yeah, about 190. So there's about 5 more minutes, and then it's going to stop. So, yeah. Hopefully it will work okay up till then, and then we can restart it and maybe image a little bit more. Might stay up a little bit longer tonight. Yeah, frame drops. Yep. I think it's the yeah, it's just my internet. So yeah, just the fact that I'm taking it from the Pi through the Wi-Fi and I'm streaming through the Wi-Fi. So maybe next time I should set up with a Ethernet connection or something. That'd be better. So yeah, I'm sorry about the stream. It cut out, like it completely cut out about an hour ago, and it just stopped. So I think I lost a couple of people who are viewing, and they never came back. I'm sorry they didn't. Okay. Gonna add a little bit more data. Hopefully it doesn't drop too many frames this time. Okay. Added one image. There were probably some frame drops. Yeah, next time I'll probably set up a little bit differently. I've got a desktop that I can use. I'll probably stream on that connected to the Ethernet and then transfer it through the Wi-Fi or something. I don't know. We'll see. So okay, let me check, see if I have to reset. The imaging session in K-stars. And give me a few minutes. I'm going to go check the scope because I know it has crossed the meridian probably about an hour ago. I just want to make sure there's nothing hitting the tripod or legs or anything. I'll be right back. Okay, I'm back. Should be good. Should be good. Whew. It's crossed the meridian, but I don't think it's going to hit the legs anytime soon. Might not even hit the legs by the time I leave. The kiting, huh? Probably stepped out there a little bit. It's probably what happened. Jiggled the scope. So, all right. Let's see if we can add a couple more frames without the stream ending. Okay. James looks cloudy in New Plymouth too from the cloud satellite. We have annoying high cloud. Yeah. Yeah, we've been having a lot of smoke from Canada come in, and that's been a little bit of a pain too. I feel bad. Feels like there's a lot of fires lately, last few years, everywhere, like Australia and Western US. Okay. Let's see here. Okay, coming up on the last exposure at a 200 from K-stars. Of course, we don't have 200 images stacked. We only have about 133. But we'll go and restart that. And then hopefully we get some more images tonight. Because we're at... It's getting to the point, though, where in a few minutes, I don't know if in a few minutes, but like maybe in 30 minutes or so, it's going to go past my house. And so I probably will not be able to image anymore this set of galaxies. But after that, maybe we can check out M101 real quick and see what that supernova is doing. Let's see, blame Canada. I used the AstroSharp 2 tool. It helped, but I think it was too short integration to really save it. Yeah, that's one thing. I think, like, it's at the core, it's like a sharpening program. I mean, it's supposed to be a sharpening program. Hopefully, it does it. And so, if there's right now, it's kind of sharpening everything. So, like, one of the problems I've been having with developing it is like trying to figure out have it figure out like what to sharpen and what not to sharpen, and try not to have it sharpen noise. And I think the last set of training I did with it, I put in too much noise. So the only thing that it would do was sharpen the stars, and it wouldn't sharpen anything else, because it was like there was noise in the training images, and then like the input images and the output images, and it added too much noise to both of it, and so the images were too similar in terms of their actual values, and so it just said, okay, I'm going to ignore everything that's not a star, and only sharpen the stars, and I was getting really funky results. So Finally, some clouds here, although tomorrow will be clear again, according to the weather reports. Yeah. Do you prefer shorter imaging times or longer per image? I mean, I prefer, like, honestly, like, longer, just so I don't have to stack 1,000 images or 2,000 images. So for like my M101, right, I had 2,700 images that I stacked, you know, and it's really hard to do. So I was running into problems with like Windows saying, oh, it can't process more than 2,048 images at a time. You're gonna have to do something else. So in Serial, I had to like put it as a .ser, S-E-R, like as a video to process it as a video as one big huge file, and it yeah, it was a little bit annoying. So I prefer like longer images, but I feel like the shorter images you kind of get better results. Like I know it's weird, but like you get a little bit sharper images because they're just shorter and there's not as much time for like the little like the atmosphere to like blur things out too much, or for the mount to like jiggle a little bit wrong and make things a little bit blurry. So yeah. So it helped with the stars, so I was happy with that. That's good. That's good. I'm glad it helped with the stars. It's been a bit of hit and miss with different people and their different setups of whether it helps the stars or like kind of like messes them up. On the longer imaging, don't you get more atmospheric issues? Yeah. If I could, I would image longer, but I'm coming around to the fact that I probably should just do shorter images because it just makes things a little bit sharper. Of course, I mean, I think it depends too. Like I'm in a pretty light polluted area, so shorter images don't really hurt me that much. If I were in a really dark sky, then it might be better to do a little bit longer images. But then again, there are trade-offs. Let's see, I'm gonna add a little bit more imaging in here. I really slowed down with like putting in the images into the file or into the stack because it just messes up the stream. But yeah, let's see. But with, I think it's NGC, is it the last one I streamed, NGC 4535, I feel like I've got about 1,000 or so 30-second images. So once I get around to processing that, I think I'll have a nice image out of that. But let's see here. Okay, good. It's got so many windows up. Moving things around, it can get a little bit a bad thing. I'm coming around to long imaging sessions with 30-second imaging times. Yeah. Yeah, me too. With narrowband, of course, it's a lot different. So with narrowband, I'm usually at about 5 minutes, 5 minutes exposures. And of course, when I do narrowband, I'm using my 80 millimeter refractor. So like there's not as much demand in terms of tracking and stuff like that. So plus you just need longer subframe times with narrowband. It's just inevitable. Like you don't have enough signal otherwise. Yeah. Just adding some more images. Let's see. I thought I was just an amateur doing short exposures. This is really interesting for me. I haven't even got to guiding yet. Yeah, I mean, like there's a whole astro imaging channel live stream. You know, they do the live streams every Sunday nights, at least Sunday nights in the U.S., where they talk about one of their live streams is just like, who needs guiding anymore? Like, you just do a lot of small exposures. You know, like you don't need long exposures anymore with the sensitivity of the cameras and things like that. Let's see. Planning on going narrowband in the next year, so narrowband images are really amazing. Yeah, they are. Do you have a dual narrowband image? Or, I mean, filter? Let me see. The pro, I just have to up the long filters, pro and extreme. Okay. Yeah, narrowband is a game changer for a lot of objects. I mean, even in dark skies, for some objects, you still need a narrowband filter because, like the sky glow, just even the faint sky glow from whatever is happening in the atmosphere, like I don't know, like what it's called, like this ionization of the oxygen in the atmosphere or whatever. Like even that faint stuff is just enough to like overpower some of the fainter emission nebulae even. And so narrowband filters can really help even in dark sites. So yeah, this is turning out to be a better result than I expected. I think with some processing, we can bring out a lot of a lot of these galaxies. I'm not sure how many galaxies are in here, to be honest. Like, you just zoom in a little bit, like just to this corner, and still, some of these subs probably need to be thrown out because the stars are getting uploaded. But like, is this a galaxy right here? I don't even know. Is this a galaxy? Maybe. Is a little faint thing a galaxy? Could be. Like, who knows? Who knows? I mean, this looks like a galaxy right here, right? So like here is a galaxy, a couple galaxies. Like, is this a galaxy? It might be, right? I just don't know. Is this a galaxy? Or is it a star? Is this a galaxy or is that a star? Like it's getting hard to tell, but I think this is a galaxy, right? This is definitely like a galaxy. But like if I'm zoomed out, sorry, don't have controls in Serial. I'm zoomed out, like this maybe just looks like a star if you zoomed out far enough. So I don't know. Could be a lot of galaxies in this image. It'll be interesting to see how imaging goes at my new place with the dark skies. Yeah, do you know how much darker it is? Like you're going, I feel like, you know, you go from like a Bortle 7 or 8 to like a Bortle 3, like you're gonna need amazing. So yeah, I don't know yet. Which yeah. Pro or extreme? Oh, thanks. I don't yeah, James, which one do you like more, the pro or the extreme? I don't have either. I've got the Orion version of the Orion version of light pollution filter for like just regular imaging. So I don't know. The extreme. Does that one have like more? I don't know. Does it have more blocking at different places? Like, is it? Or on the extreme on my 72 ED and the Pro on the C11. Yeah. Light pollution filters. It can definitely help. I'm not using any light pollution filters with this, by the way. So, because I figure they're galaxies, and so they're not going to benefit much from a light pollution filter. There's just a luminance filter on it, so it's blocking, you know, like UV and IR light. Let me just check to see what the difference between the Optilong Extreme is and the Pro. Oh yeah. I feel like the Extreme is a dual band, yeah, right? I feel like that one is pretty much a narrow band filter. L enhanced, not the Extreme. Okay. Okay. Let me check that one then. Yeah, that one's pretty narrow in its band passes too. I feel like those are almost like narrow band filters in terms of what they can get out of things. It enhances wider band passes that allow HAO3 and HB light through. Cool. Yeah, it's you know, I say it so much. It's just really cool. Like all the new gear that has come out in the past few years just make things a lot easier. I remember a few years back, I think it was Chuck, you know, Chuck's Astrophotography, who is like when he started out, he was mostly using the ASI 1600 camera, and he's like, I want to get it back into color. And he was talking about dual narrowband imaging on, I think, one of his videos or something. And it was the first time I had heard about it. And I think it's just a good idea with all the light pollution that's out there. Well, I thought I didn't want H beta, so I thought I would get the extreme. See, I'm thinking about getting an IR cut filter and trying that. Yeah. Yeah, with a color camera, I don't know if you're going to be in pretty dark skies, like probably worth getting an IR cut filter and trying it with the color, the one-shot color. I don't know which scope in the camera you're using to capture. Yeah, it's a Celestron C8. I bought it used a couple years back to do planetary images, and just trying to, this year I was like, oh, let me put it on my mount, which is an HEQ5, and see how it does. The camera is a ZWO 294mm. And right now, just doing luminance. Later this week, if it stays clear, I'll add in some RGB data. So hopefully that answered the question. So, okay, adding in some more data. Sorry if it just buffered. It's been buffering a little bit every time I download data from the Raspberry Pi to my computer. Yeah, bin 2. At bin 2, yep. At this focal length, bin 1, I think, would just be a big headache. But I usually generally use bin 2 because I don't think I gain anything from a bin 1, except a bigger file. See, I can afford an IR cut. At least somehow it doesn't even need color for these galaxies. Yeah, you know what? Like, sometimes I feel that adding color to images makes it worse. Like, I feel like black and white images, like, you don't get distracted by the color as much, and it just like you see the detail a little bit more, and then like when you add in the color, it just becomes a little bit distracting. But yeah, I agree. Like, I feel like with this, you don't even need the color. It's just kind of amazing. But yeah, it's weird. Like, vision is weird, like how people see things is weird. Yeah. Okay, I'm going to add another image. Hopefully it doesn't crash the stream. There we go. I don't think it crashed it, but it might have dropped a few frames. Yep, bin 2 with a 294. I feel like, and maybe this is wrong. Like with the bin 2 with the 294, you get a little, the bit depth is a little bit higher, so you get like 14-bit depth instead of 12. But it's not like you couldn't do that just by software binning. So I don't know. But the files. The files with bin 1 are just so big. And so I just always use bin 2. And I figure if I'm undersampled, then I can just do some, what's it called in post-processing? Oh gosh, it's late. I can't think. Not dithering, like, can't think of it. But you can make up for it in post-processing if I'm a little bit undersampled. Let me check my guiding real quick. See what it's going on. Guiding seems good. Might have some clouds. Let me go check the scope real quick again and see where we're at there. I'll be right back. It's like there are too many galaxies to count now. Incredible. Yeah, there are a lot of galaxies in the image. There are a lot. I think I have a feeling that soon I'll be hitting the wall of my house with the scope. Not that the scope will hit the wall, but like nothing's going to be visible anymore. So let's see what happens if you use binning on a one-shot color. Nothing. I think the software can account for it. But I'm not sure. But I think you can still do it. It'll just somehow, like, because you can do software binning with a one-shot color in post-processing, and I think it'll just have like a different debayering pattern or something that you have to account for. But I don't know. I've never done it. I don't think it matters though. I think you can do it if you want to. But in general, like when the 294mm or the 294 came out, it only had a bin 2 mode, and a lot of people were kind of upset because they did want the higher resolution from bin 1. So you do lose resolution when you bin it that you're not ever going to get back. Whereas if you don't bin it, you can always bin it later if you want to. Like, but so I don't know. Okay, let's see. Should we go ahead and check out M101 then? Would that be something you guys want to do real quick? See the supernova and see if we can see it. Let me check and see if it's even visible right now where I'm at before we do anything. Might not be able to see it, but we can check. Yeah, I think it's, yeah, let's check it. We'll see if we can see it. It might be across my house too, so I'm not sure. It might be too far. But yeah, the guiding is all getting crazy, and I think that's because we're getting up to the point where the galaxies are moving behind the roof of my house. So I'm gonna go ahead and stop the imaging. Oh, it's focusing. Maybe that's why. So let's just do the autofocus real quick. And I'm going to go ahead and stop the live stack if I can. Stop that. So that's the final live stack from today. It flipped the image around. So it might be a little confusing. These galaxies were up top. It's on the bottom, but a lot of galaxies in the image. So we got, oh, it's, okay. Give me 1 second to get things set up. Okay, we're going to see if we can find them on one. So I'm not sure if it's visible, so we'll see. We'll see if it's not behind trees or my roof or whatever. Hopefully it's fine. Okay, we'll wait for it to slew. It's taking a while, isn't it, to slew that. There we go. Okay, now let's go ahead into the polar. I mean, not polar, just the. We're gonna plate solve and see where we're at. Again, I don't. Oh, yeah, there's nothing visible. So it's behind. M101, unfortunately, is also behind my house at this point. So, well, that's a bummer. So maybe we can, let's see, just take a real quick look at the Dumbbell Nebula. Let me just make sure it's visible here too. Something I always like looking at. Something that you can see really well in a visually too. Like if just like it's super bright object. So like you can see it. So let's try the Dumbbell Nebula. Instead of seeing a star explode in a different galaxy, we'll see a star that has exploded in our own galaxy. So, and this should be visible. And we'll just take a couple of objects, probably in a couple of images and luminance. We could do H alpha. I've got the H alpha channel there too. So, but thing is bright enough. That luminance should probably be okay. And it's having a little bit of trouble plate solving. But it's in the field. I can see it. I can see it in K stars. There we go. It's solved. Yeah, I'm sorry that M11 isn't visible. It was earlier. Maybe we should have done that first. But, okay. Do an autofocus real quick. And then we'll maybe take about 10 or so of the Dumbbell Nebula just to see what's happening there. So many more stars. So many more stars in the Dumbbell Nebula. Like compared to like where the galaxies are. Like I don't know. Like I probably actually do multi-star guiding now, whereas I was lucky that there was one bright star in that galaxy cluster that I could use for auto guiding. The Dumbbell is still very cool. It's only visible low on the horizon here. Yeah, right now it's right at the top top of the sky for me. So it's probably perfect time to image it right now. When is the, let's see. Yeah, I'm just looking at Stellarium. It's almost right above my head. Like, of course, I'm inside, but like If I were outside, I'd be right at the zenith. Well, maybe not. Maybe not. No. No, but it's a couple hours away from transit, so maybe not that high. Okay, let's see if we got. Okay, I think it's focused. I hope it's focused. Let's try one more time. Focus one more time just to be on the safe side. Because I didn't get a very good curve. So okay, let's see. Yeah, it looks like the focus the first time was pretty good, but I just wanted to double check. Maybe it was good. I don't know. We'll see. Yeah, I think that's good enough. Okay. Whew. Let's go and start guiding. There we go. Okay. We'll start the live stacking. We'll start moving images in once we get it. And it'll take about, I don't know, maybe 10 or so images, and then I'll probably put everything up for the night, go to bed. Got work tomorrow. So. But I feel like with a dumbbell nebula, we're going to get, even after 10, 5 minutes of whatever, it's just going to come in so clear. I think it's so bright. Okay, let me check. I think we've got the first one coming in. Yeah, oh yeah. Maybe a little bit soft. Work interferes so much with our hobby. Yep. Yeah, it does. Okay. Okay, here we go. Putting it in. There it is. There's the first one. Yeah, I feel like, I think it's out of focus. It's definitely out of focus. So I don't know what's going on. But we'll see. We'll just go with it. A little bit out of focus. Ooh, look at that. 2 images. Got so much better. Got so much better just with 2 images. Like going from one image to the next, I feel it was like you could see it. Yeah, yeah. All right, next image. Oh wow. Yep. So much signal there. Okay, adding another one in. Yeah. It's a great target. Dumbbell's just such a great target. Image number 5. So we're only at 2.5 minutes. 2 minutes. This is image number 4. Number 5. Hmm. Okay. Yeah. It's cool. It's a cool object. I like it. Hmm. It's not new images aren't coming in. Oh, they are. There's the next one. Maybe it was dithering. Yeah, very cool. Yeah, I like it. Now this would be an object that I think would be good for color, whereas the galaxies, if we just kept it black and white, might be fine too. But I like the dumbbell nebula in color. I I think in this image the color adds a lot, but sometimes with those galaxies, like was mentioned earlier, like sometimes the color can be distracting. Let's get a little bit brighter with each image. But that first to second image was just so dramatic, I feel like. In the second. Did the noise go up for some reason? I feel like the noise went up. I don't know. Maybe that was a bad image or something. It was very small in my dwarf too, haha, and the power line didn't help. Yeah. Yeah, power lines. Yeah. But there's some weird diffraction spikes going around. Like like Orion is like passes right in front of a tree next to my house. And so sometimes I would just image like in the winter, like when there's no leaves, I'll just image through the tree and it just has some weird diffraction spikes all over the stars. Okay. So okay, I think this is going to be the last one. I'm gonna go ahead and put things up and go to bed. So, but it's a nice image. It's a good image. I like it. So I thought the galaxies turned out really well too. So if I have the chance, I'll probably image some more, and then if I don't stream the imaging of it later this week, then I might do a stream sometime where I process the data and see how that goes. So yeah, thanks for joining me. I'm glad. It's always nice to image and talk with nice people online. So yeah, I appreciate you guys being here, sticking with me, and imaging with me. So yeah, you're welcome. Yeah, thanks for keeping me company as I image. So yeah, I'll try it. Try to do a processing tutorial. Maybe we could do a live stream processing tutorial or something. And yeah, I think we could try and, I mean, at the very least, I've got in GC, what is it? I always forget, 4535 that I can process online sometime too, if the skies aren't clear. Yeah. So, all right, I'm going to end it there. Thanks everybody. Join me next time, and we'll have some fun imaging. So, hope everybody has clear skies. And James, I hope somehow things work out. So either it's not clear skies, or you're able to image with your equipment if there are clear skies. So yeah, thanks. Yep. Have a nice day. Rest of the day at work. Clear skies.